You're sitting in a meeting, nodding along, but your brain is somewhere else entirely. You're mentally reviewing your grocery list, replaying yesterday's argument, and planning Thursday's presentation, all at the same time. Sound familiar? Most people think this is just what it means to be busy, to have a lot going on. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Those aren't signs of productivity. They're mental tabs running in the background, and they're quietly draining your focus, your energy, and your ability to think clearly. The worst part, these background tabs consume more cognitive power than the actual task in front of you. But what if I told you there's a system, a simple, practical way to identify these tabs and close them permanently? That's exactly what we're about to uncover. This isn't just you. Mental tabs have become universal, and they've gotten significantly worse over the past decade. We're living in an era of constant Slack notifications, perpetual email anxiety, decision fatigue from endless options, and blurred boundaries between work and personal life. After coaching hundreds of professionals through burnout recovery, I can tell you this is the #1 complaint. I can never fully focus on anything. The data backs this up. Research shows the average person juggles 15 or more unresolved decisions at any moment. But here's what you need to understand. This isn't a personal failing. It's not about willpower or discipline. This is a design flaw in how we approach mental workload. Because mental tabs aren't about having too much to do. They're about having too much that's unprocessed, unresolved, or unclear. And most productivity advice misses this. It treats symptoms, do more, work harder, rather than addressing the root cause, our lack of closure systems. So what are these mental tabs, exactly? Let's break down the first two types. Tab type 1, unmade decisions. These are the small choices you keep postponing. Switching your phone plan, responding to that email sitting in your inbox, scheduling the dentist appointment. You think postponing these small decisions saves time, but here's the reality. Each one stays open in your mental RAM, slowing everything else down. I've seen professionals spend more energy avoiding a 5-minute decision than the decision would actually take. They check their email, see the message, feel the anxiety, close it, and repeat this cycle 10 times before finally responding. That's not efficiency, that's cognitive waste. Tab type 2, unprocessed emotions. This is the lingering frustration from this morning's meeting, the guilt about missing your friend's call last week, the resentment about that unfair comment your colleague made. Most people think pushing feelings aside is the efficient move. Just power through, stay professional. But unprocessed emotions don't disappear. They become intrusive thoughts that hijack your focus during completely unrelated tasks. I've watched someone sit at their desk for 3 hours, technically working, but only produce 45 minutes of actual output. Why? Because emotional tabs kept stealing their attention. But there's a third type of mental tab that's even more insidious, and most professionals don't even recognize it as a problem. Tab type 3, unclear commitments. These are the vague promises you've made to yourself or others without any specific plan. I should exercise more. I need to update my portfolio. I'll catch up with Sarah soon. These statements feel harmless, even responsible, but they create perpetual guilt loops because they're always undone yet never officially abandoned. Most people think keeping goals flexible is adaptive, that it gives them room to breathe. But here's what's actually happening. You're creating dozens of phantom obligations that your brain treats as urgent. And here's the insight that changes everything. The act of deciding not to do something closes a tab just as effectively as completing it. But most people never give themselves permission to officially quit, defer, or delegate. So these commitments haunt them indefinitely. High achievers are especially vulnerable to this because they habitually say yes and struggle to prune commitments. They treat every potential opportunity as an obligation. So how do you actually close these tabs without just ignoring the problem? That's the question we need to answer next. Here's the good news. There's a way out. I call it the mental tab management system, and it's built on 4 practical strategies that you can start using today. Strategy 1, the daily mind dump. Spend 5 minutes every morning writing down every open loop in your mind. Decisions, emotions, commitments, everything. Don't filter, don't organize. Just get it out. This externalizes the tabs so your brain doesn't have to hold them anymore. Remember, awareness precedes action. You can't close what you can't see. Strategy 2, decision forcing. For every unmade decision, set a specific deadline and make the default choice explicit. If I don't decide by Friday, the answer is automatically no. This removes the illusion of an infinite timeline and forces closure. Strategy 3, emotional processing ritual. Create a 10-minute daily window to acknowledge and name your feelings without judgment. Here's the contrast. You don't need to solve the emotion. You just need to witness it. Unprocessed becomes intrusive. Processed becomes complete. Strategy 4. Commitment audit. Once a quarter, review all your ongoing shoulds. Either convert them to scheduled actions with actual dates, or officially release them. Use this language: I'm choosing not to pursue this right now. And that's a complete decision. Think of it as 4 categories. Complete it now. Calendar it for later. Cancel it officially. Or clarify what you actually need. This isn't about perfection. It's about building a habit of closure rather than accumulation. Your attention is your most valuable resource. And right now it is fragmented across dozens of background tabs you didn't even realize were open. So here's my challenge to you. Pause this video right now. Spend just 5 minutes writing down every single mental tab. And notice how much lighter you feel. That's the power of closure. If you want more frameworks like this, practical systems that turn overwhelm into clarity, subscribe to this channel. Because here's the truth. You wouldn't leave 47 browser tabs open on your computer. So why would you accept that from your mind?